My name's Cathy Parker and I'm going to give you a short introduction to the programme resources available to students studying place management and leadership. This introduction is going to cover the social media resources available to you, the secure area in the IPM website that's just for students that contains all the information you're going to need for the course, the Journal of Place Management and Development, which will be useful for wider reading, and the IPM blog, which has case studies and links to members and all sorts of other sort of shorter type articles that might be of interest to you. So let's take Facebook first. If you search for the Institute of Place Management on Facebook, you'll come across our public site. It is public and it is general. It's there for the whole institute, but it's good for keeping up with what's going on, especially conferences and events, and we tend to put links on to conference reports when we have written up our sort of findings or experiences when we've been to events. If you've got any information or news that you think will be relevant and interesting to the worldwide membership, then please post it. We've got about 4,000 likes so far. So please, if you haven't already, like the page, and if you're attending an IPM event, then please check in too. We have another Facebook page, and this is a private group. If you search for place management and leadership, you'll just come across the group that I've created just for this cohort. Again, it's good for keeping in touch, but it's good for sharing the things that, you know, just between yourselves and with us, the tutoring team, things that you might not want to go public. And it's really good for the social side, keeping people just motivated and, you know, keeping an eye on people, and if they sound like they're struggling a bit or we haven't heard from people for a while, then, you know, maybe it's quite nice to just talk to people through Facebook. So put a request to join the group and I'll make sure that you're joined up. You don't have to be on Facebook, you don't have to join these groups. Nothing that is core to the course from an academic perspective is going to be shared or discussed in this Facebook group. It's much more for the sort of social and community side of things. But seeing as you're distance learning students or blended learning students, that's important too. So even if you're not a member of Facebook yet, I wouldn't worry too much about just creating an account just to use this group, because it is completely private. You don't have to use it for any other reason, and it's probably the best way to keep in touch. In terms of other social media, we have a number of Twitter accounts that you can see there, and we've been using this hashtag and we'll continue to use that throughout the course. I like Twitter because it's instant. If I see something that someone's posted up, you know, in a presentation, or they said something interesting, I like to get it, I like to tweet it and share it straight away. Also, I think it could help because as a place manager, perhaps your role is a little bit hidden sometimes, and yet you're investing all this time and energy, resources into doing this course. So I think it's a good idea if you sort of tweet about that and your experiences on the course, things that you learn and so on, because it will show the people that, you know, you work with in your place or who maybe might be funding this, that it's going to ultimately have a positive impact on the place you manage. We like getting feedback through Twitter, so make sure you talk to us, tweet us too. And Twitter's a good way for us to build the whole IPM community, to start to show that there's linkages and you know, there's a lot of communication flowing across practitioners, academics, policymakers, and so on. So say hello at Place Management and follow at Place Management, and I'll make sure that someone follows you back. So moving on to the resources that are available for students, this is the address of the area. Make sure you type it in like that as well, not with a www prefix, because it's not that type of site. It's the space on the website that is just for you. So I mean, once you get into the discussion forums, then you know that you can discuss things, and it's not going to be made private. It is just within the cohort. All the resources you need, the sort of bare minimum, if you like, of resources are there to study, because there are other resources available to you through the library and through the blog. But in terms of sort of knowing, am I keeping up, then if you're keeping up with everything that's on the website, then you're doing okay. And you'll find that the site is structured weekly to match the structure of the units and the way that the course runs. So to get into the site, you can either log in through the login site, or it will take you wherever you land really. The easiest thing is to just click programs, and then once you've done that, you can't see it so well because it's behind my slide there, executive education, and this is the username that you need, IPM student, and the password postgrads 2016. So that will take you into the site. Now, any problems, let me know. And also, if you want me to do one of these podcasts, but just in more detail on the actual web pages, the student area web pages, then drop me an email and I'll do that. It won't take very long. c.parker@mmu.ac.uk. So if you want a much more hands-on tutorial, you want me to record one of those, just let me know and I'll do that. Okay, so the other thing in the site, once you've logged in, you'll be able to get straight through to the journal. All the back issues are there, so we've been running for nine years now, and it's a good search function in the journal webpage too. So that's another resource that's available to you. So perhaps once you've narrowed down your assignment, what you're going to do for your assignment, you can think of some keywords, and probably searching the journal on those keywords will be a good way of getting additional articles to give you that additional intelligence that you're going to need for your assignment once you've decided the focus of it. Oh, I've got that wrong there. I think that's 9 years. I'm going to correct that. Just another point there. It is a quality journal. We're up there in quarter one, so we're in the top 25% journals in geography, planning, urban study, and tourism. And as I said when I gave this presentation before, it helps to build the community, because a lot of people that write for the journal are already members of the IPM, so they're probably a little bit more aware of what you're doing as a practitioner. They're aware of those challenges, and they're actually writing in a way that they hope to have impact, or they're researching areas that they've that there's already a need. We know that we need more information in this area, so it is a good resource, and it's part of the IPM. So we encourage you to use it. So finally, the blog. There's the address up here. It's also embedded into the IPM website. This is I think we only started in April. Aris curates the blog. We have over 4,000 subscribers to the blog as well. So it's obviously very popular. I think, like a lot of blogs, the things that people like the most, they like to sort of connect on a more human level. So the features and articles about our members are always popular, and I know Aris will be in touch with you all over the next few weeks or months to get your stories and information about you, so we can share those on the blog. And we hope that will add, it ticks another box. I've forgotten to tick these things, but there we are. Ticks this box too, because we'll use the blog to raise your profile. So the more that you use the blog and share other posts and that on it, more likely it is that other people, when they come across your profile and your story, will be interested and want to share that. So that's it for the student resources. Thank you very much for listening, and just drop me an email if you want any more information.